Guys, this is Mr. Joshy J, and this is your qualifying review in the Formula 1 2022 Australia Grand Prix. Yes, F1 is back down under in Melbourne. Charles Leclerc is on pole position ahead of Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez, and not even close. Leclerc on pole by a mile, which I thought he would be, because Ferrari looks mighty this weekend. Start in the qualifying session, Lando Norris P4 out-qualifies Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Absolutely fantastic. And the McLaren this weekend looks back in business, which is great to see, because in the last two races they've been absolutely nowhere, but now they look absolutely back in business, McLaren, so that's great news. 5th and 6th, Lewis Hamilton and George Russell. Very happy in that, considering where the car is in the moment, so I'll take that. Hopefully can have a good race tomorrow, Mercedes. I mean, still a long way off the Red Bull and the Ferrari. My goodness, porpoising is still a nightmare, and the car around the corner looks a handful, but on the final Q3 lap, it looks a bit more stable, because I said Mercedes turned up the engine a bit, but my goodness, they got to sort that car out to save their season, Mercedes. They really have. Now, we saw a strange incident in Q1, my goodness, where Nicholas Latifi slowed down to let Lance Stroll through, then Latifi decided to speed up and re-overtake Lance Stroll, and that's when the contacts happened. I say very 50-50. I mean, I don't know what they were both thinking. I have no idea, but that was absolutely shocking by both of them. Now, we saw the first bit of beef of the season and the two championship rivals from last season, Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. Now, what happened was Lewis Hamilton went to overtake Verstappen, and looked like there was almost contact. It looks a lot worse than what it did, but, you know, thankfully they both avoided contact, because we saw enough of that last season, man, between the both of them. But, yeah, very strange. I mean, whether Verstappen didn't see Hamilton or Hamilton was going too quick, I have no idea, but thankfully it was unscathed. But Max Verstappen, very angry on the team radio about that. But, yeah, I believe Lewis Hamilton was on a hot lap, but that's so easy, could have ended in tears to the both of them. But thankfully, Lewis Hamilton was able to carry on, and Max Verstappen, but Charles Leclerc thoroughly deserved pole position today. I mean, Verstappen tried, but not even close. Leclerc actually had it in the bag, and I mean, Carlos Sainz, P9, he'll be bitterly disappointed with that. But the saving grace to him is that he's got a quick car. You know, the Ferrari is very, very fast these days. So, yeah, but, well, certainly this season, it's unbelievable. Haas and Alfa Romeo really struggled to pace this weekend. It looked like both of them two teams were back into reality. Just probably a blip, I think, but both the Haas and Alfa Romeo didn't look happy. And Valtteri Bottas's run going into Q3 come to an end for the first time in over 100 races. So what a run for Valtteri Bottas being in Q3. Even though he didn't always have the best qualifying in the Mercedes, he always seemed to find a way getting it into Q3. But yeah, so that's a shame for Bottas that his run to Q3 is over in the Alfa Romeo, but it is what it is. But looking forward to the race tomorrow, I really am. UK start at 6 a.m. start, but I don't mind at all. Like I said, it's just nice chilling out in bed watching the F1 races. These early morning races, it really is something I really enjoy. Comment your thoughts down below. I will always reply. And join me later for my Everton versus Manchester United match review. Tomorrow for my F1 race review. And then later on in the afternoon, the biggest game in the Premier League this season, Manchester City and Liverpool. Join me for a match review of that. And then Monday, driver ratings and team ratings for the Australian Grand Prix. Bye-bye.